United Kingdom. 8 towns will not now get the commercial radio stations they had been promised, the British Home Secretary Roy Jenkins announced recently. The network is to be restricted to 19 stations instead of the planned 60, at least until the Committee of Inquiry into the Future of Broadcasting under Lord Annan has been reported at the end of 1976. The British Labour Party recently published a discussion document in Press and Broadcasting. Amongst the ideas put forward are plans to form a public broadcasting commission to replace the BBC and the Independent Broadcasting Authority. Commercial radio would be abolished, but advertising revenue plus taxation would be the main source of finance. The BBC license would be abolished. Meanwhile, a further 6 commercial stations have been authorized. These will be in Bradford, Ipswich, Wolverhampton, Belfast, Reading, and Portsmouth. These should be on the air by the end of 1975, and we will bring you news of the successful applicants when they are known. These new stations should help make the independent radio news organization more viable. At the moment, the present number of stations are not providing enough finance to cover its costs. Not many stations are expected to make a great deal of money from their first year's advertising revenue. One problem is that the stations can only charge on the basis of the IBA-defined broadcasting area, although most stations can be heard well outside their editorial area. The latest station to open is Metro Radio, Newcastle, on 1151 kilohertz, and reports should go to Metro Radio, Newcastle, NE991DD. International waters. As we reported last week, Radio Veronica has been told it cannot have any time on the Dutch NOS network when the proposed Dutch anti-pirate legislation comes into operation, despite the station having formed a broadcasting society with enough members to qualify for a license. It is understood that the station will challenge the decision in the courts, which may delay the anti-pirate legislation still further. Radio Atlantis has recently been experimenting with a 250-watt shortwave transmitter on 6225 kilohertz. Meanwhile, the medium wave transmitter has again moved frequency to approximately 1318 kilohertz. Competitions. 2 of the reporters to this program have won prizes in the recent Austrian radio contest called ORF Test 74. Angelo Coppola of Naples, Italy, has written to tell us of his prize, a holiday in Austria, during which he visited radio and television studios and the shortwave center near Vienna. The other major prize winner is Jonathan Marks of Norwich, another WDXC member. He takes his holiday next month, and from what Angelo told us, he should have a good time. The contest proved a big success, and ORF planned another one very shortly.
Thank you, Andrew Page, and that item brings us to the end of another DX program. Reporters this week were members of the World DX Club and the Medium Wave Circle. Until next time, we wish you the very best of DXing.